Welcome back. We always like to have a cooking segment in the show, so we have Jared Summers joining us from the Noble Pigs. Great to have you on.
Pleasure to be here.
This is your first go here, isn't it?
This is, yeah. We've done some perfect pairing segments before, but this is the first in-studio one.
Welcome here.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the show. We're talking about Farm to Chefs, basically, the fact that this is a fantastic event that takes place. What is it all about?
Farm to Chefs is really just about introducing people to local food, getting them introduced to what great products are available, some of the restaurants that are utilizing these products, some of the farmers, some of the ranchers, that sort of thing. There's also a couple of breweries, including ourselves. We've got some vineyards coming in. We've got a cidery coming in as well. So it's really just a celebration of local food.
So it's all about how much you can grow locally and stay local and support local ranchers and farmers and dairy producers and all of these things together.
Exactly.
So what are we chefing up today?
We are making some bison tartare. So, you know, I kept things really simple here because we're talking about Farm to Chef. So basically what I did was I went down to the farmer's market on Saturday and I picked up a bunch of fresh produce that we can make a nice salad with. And I grabbed a few local meat products as well that we use specifically at the restaurant.
Okay.
So this is bison. This is pasture raised on Agate Bay Road.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So what we do at the Noble Pig is purchase whole animals. So we'll kind of contract purchase a couple animals at a time, bison, and we do some pigs as well. And then we have a company called Reiner Custom Cuttings, which is up in Darfield, just north of Barrier, and they do all of the custom cuts for us and do some smoking for us, make bacon, that sort of thing. And that way we can utilize the whole animal. So this is kind of a good exemplary view of what you can really do with local food.
And this is another example of that. This is...
So this is pork cheek bacon. And it comes from the actual cheek of the pig. It's really popular in Italy. It's called guanciale, but it's cured just like any other bacon, just like side bacon would be. But this one's a little bit sweeter. It's got some fennel and a little bit of chili in it as well.
Fantastic. So you guys really utilize the whole animal. You make what you can out of it, and then you make different recipes. I think that's fantastic that you're, you know, from start to finish.
Yeah, and that's really the whole idea. And that's kind of what I wanted to do here and show the nature of what Farm to Chefs is really about and the great products that we do have available in this region.
And we really do. Our farmers market is really growing and it's really strong and there's a lot of really great vendors there.
It is. It's amazing. Yeah, I went down there on Saturday and normally I get down there pretty early, but I didn't have the chance to. I didn't get there and there about 10:30 and it was absolutely packed.
It is packed.
Yeah,
truly.
which is great to see.
It is. So that's going into the oven.
Yeah, we'll just warm up the bacon a little bit. Toast the bread a little bit.
How are we making the bison? Is it...
Very simple. So we take tartare as a kind of a French preparation of a raw protein salad, and every
you can eat this raw?
Well, that's what we're going to do.
We're going to eat the bison raw today.
Don't be afraid.
I'm slightly afraid, but I'm with you.
Yeah, exactly. So bison is great. I'm using ribeye here, but any tender cut works. Tenderloin works really well. Even strip loin, it's got a little bit more texture to it. I like ribeye. There's a lot of flavor that's there.
Tell us all the fun things you're adding.
So I'm adding some grainy mustard, a little bit of just fresh chopped flat leaf parsley, salt and pepper. We've got a little bit of caper here as well. I'm just going to put a splash of extra virgin olive oil, a little squeeze of lemon juice. And you can really flavor these with whatever you want. There's Asian varieties, there's Italian varieties. Like I said, I'm kind of sticking to a bit more of a French style. A little bit of Tabasco goes a long way.
This might be an uneducated question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. We're going to eat raw bison, but would you ever eat raw hamburger meat from a cow?
Well, in Canada, all meat is graded with the exception of ground beef, which is why we can't cook ground beef. If you want a burger, you want it medium rare. Because ground beef isn't graded, because a lot of times it comes from different animals, that's why they recommend that you cook it to 165 degrees. Now, meat like this that's raised locally, you know, I know the farmer personally and I feel really comfortable with their practices, and any sort of top grade beef that you're going to get on the market, you can feel very comfortable eating it raw. Really, there's no difference between raw and rare until you get to that well done point, which is really the difference there.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I always thought ground beef, regardless of what animal it came from, needs to be cooked.
Yeah, well, like I said, they definitely recommend, because it's not graded, ground beef that you'd buy in the store. You cook it well done. But if you have a good comfort level with the ranch that you're getting it from and you feel comfortable with the practices, you know it's from a single animal, then you can feel very comfortable with eating it less.
Good to know.
Alternatively, you can buy your own cuts of meat. A chuck, let's say, is really good for grinding. Grind it yourself and then cook it however you'd like, just like you would a roast.
Sure. Interesting. Tell me a little bit about this event. It's taking place at the Sun River Organics Farm on July 28th. It's sort of an early evening affair.
Yes, so it's what we call, it's actually the 27th.
Sorry,
Sunday.
is it?
Yeah.
My mistake.
It's okay, you'll be there anyway.
I'll be there anyway. I'll go both days.
We really call it a culinary grazing event. And it's, it starts at 5 o'clock, ends at about 8. People have a tendency to kind of hang out and have a good time. It's a really casual event. You know, it's a lot like any of these other events where we set up a bunch of tents and people can pay their admission and just kind of come in and graze and try different wines, try different beers, try different foods. We'll have lots of snacks and hors d'oeuvres and appetizers. We've got live music. We're actually going to have a cooking competition, like a Iron Chef style competition going on as well. So it's a really fun event. The location is absolutely beautiful. It's just on the South Thompson. It's gorgeous.
I was going to say whereabouts, because I haven't heard of this organics farm before. Whereabouts is that?
This is on Shuswap Road.
Okay.
So it's just on the South Thompson. You take the Lafarge exit and take a right towards where River Shore Golf Course is. It's just on your right there. They just recently changed their name to SSOL Farms, and they're still in the process of kind of changing that over. So a lot of their stuff still reads Sun River Organics, but if you go to that website, it'll forward you to the SSO phone.
Fantastic. Okay, I should let you carry on here.
Okay, well, like I said, I kept it really simple.
I know, simple's good. Simple's good.
Yes, this is true. Okay,
what are you doing for Canada Day?
Working,
Are
actually.
you? Will it be busy at the Noble Pig?
I hope so. We're going to do a cask feature, so every once in a while, about once a month, we'll take one of our beers, put it into a small cask and age it, and add a few different things to it, dry hop it, add some different flavorings, different herbs and spices, and serve it in one night only. So we've got 40 liters going on. Chris, our brewer, has put together a great cask for us. And you know, the great thing about casks is you really don't know what you're going to get until you open it. So, you know, we use one of our beers, which is already flavored really greatly, and add a few things and a little bit of know-how from his end. And when we tap it at 5 o'clock, we kind of see how it goes.
And that's great. I think that's awesome. It's fun. Fun to see how it turns out.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. So a lot of times with tartare, you'd add some raw egg, actually. And what that does is it really binds it together and gives it a bit of a creaminess.
But you didn't want to freak me out too much.
No.
Right.
We're going to keep it simple.
I'm going to be good. I'm good.
So, and the bison is really nice. The flavor is really delicate, and I kind of really wanted it to stand out. So I didn't really want to mask it with a whole bunch of egg. Not that there's anything wrong with egg.
No, there's nothing wrong with egg. But raw egg and raw ground beef at the same time is, for me, not something I'd eat every day. So this is exciting. I'm excited to try it.
You invited me here, Susan. So
You're right, I did. I better just suck it right up. Absolutely. We have about a minute left. I don't know how we're doing with the time, but I think we're doing okay.
Well, we're going to put this all together really quickly.
Sure.
So I've got some beautiful greens that I got here from Four Elements Farm, which is in Westwold.
Beautiful.
I've got some shaved fennel, some garlic scapes, actually.
Delish.
Which, if anybody hasn't heard of these are just the young shoots of a young garlic plant. And they're really hyper seasonal. They're only really available for about 2 weeks in the spring. We've got some English peas, some shaved radishes as well. So like I said, I just went down to the farmer's market, picked out what's fresh and available right now, and then just here to put it all together. So I've just got a little bit of champagne vinegar, some extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of lemon juice, and some orange as well.
This is going to be delicious.
Yeah, well, the idea is that we just keep it really simple in the end. And, you know, showcase what's available right now, what you can do with some of these products, in a really quick and easy fashion that's going to be, you know, very fresh and really just kind of let the ingredients shine a little bit. We're going to stick a little bit of this pork chip bacon on here as well, just because bacon is fantastic. And there
I'm
you
going to
go.
have a little bite with a spoon. Do you mind? I'm going to try this bison.
I even brought you a fork as well.
How can people get tickets, by the way, if they like to go to the Farm to Chefs event?
People can buy tickets a couple different ways. You can go to the website. It's farmtochefs.brownpapertickets.com and buy them online there. They're $60 each. You can also get them at the farmer's market at SSOL. They're selling them at their stall. And you can also go to Electric Tree Yarns downtown and buy tickets there as well.
Delicious. The bison is delicious.
Excellent.
Thank you, and thank you for being here. We're out of time. Information's on the screen. Thanks for changing up the date, Chad, July 27th.